Cops laugh at black defendant, then learn he's the FBI director. In a world where appearances often deceive, some people judge others based on stereotypes rather than reality. Today's story follows a courtroom case that seemed ordinary at first, a black man standing trial, 2 cops laughing at him in open court, and a room full of spectators. But what happened next shocked everyone, because the man they mocked turned out to be someone they should have respected the most, the director of the FBI. It all began late one evening in a small town. 2 police officers were on patrol when they pulled over a black man driving a luxury car. His calm demeanor and the expensive vehicle he drove immediately sparked their suspicion. Instead of treating him with respect, the officers jumped to conclusions. They accused him of driving a stolen car, refused to listen when he tried to explain, and mocked him when he asked them to check his identification. "Yeah, right. You're some big shot. You people always have excuses," one officer sneered. They cuffed him in front of a crowd of onlookers, laughing as if it were entertainment. What they didn't know was that this man wasn't just a professional. He was the FBI director himself, traveling without a security detail that night for personal reasons. A few days later, the case made it to court. The man, still choosing not to reveal his full identity, walked into the courtroom wearing a perfectly tailored suit. The officers who had arrested him sat proudly, convinced they had caught a criminal. As he took his place at the defendant's table, the officers couldn't contain their laughter. One even whispered loud enough for others to hear. "He looks like he's about to beg for mercy. This should be fun." Their laughter spread to a few others in the courtroom. The man, however, remained calm and silent, his eyes steady, his composure unshaken. The judge, a seasoned man with decades of experience, noticed something strange. Unlike most defendants, this man didn't appear nervous or defensive. His posture was strong, his voice confident, and his arguments articulate. "Sir," the judge asked at one point, "you seem very familiar with the law. Do you have a background in legal studies?" The man smiled slightly but kept his answer vague. "Yes, Your Honor. I've worked closely with the justice system for many years." The cops laughed again, rolling their eyes as if he were spinning. Tails. As the trial continued, the defense attorney requested permission for the man to identify himself fully. The judge agreed. The man reached into his briefcase, pulled out an official badge, and placed it on the table for everyone to see. The golden letters gleamed under the courtroom lights. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Director. The entire room fell silent. The laughing cops froze in disbelief. Their smirks disappeared instantly. The spectators gasped. Even the judge's eyes widened before he composed himself. "Your Honor, I am the director of the FBI," the man said firmly. "I chose not to reveal my position earlier because I wanted to witness firsthand how I would be treated as just another citizen, without power, without a title, and without privilege. Sadly, what I experienced was prejudice, arrogance, and abuse of authority." The judge, visibly angry, turned to the officers. "You mocked, arrested, and humiliated an innocent man without evidence. And worse, you mocked the very law you swore to uphold. This is unacceptable." The courtroom erupted in whispers. The cops, now pale and trembling, tried to apologize, but it was too late. The FBI director looked directly at them and said, "This wasn't about me. I'll be fine. But how many others have you treated this way? How many lives have you destroyed because of your arrogance and bias?" The officers were immediately placed under investigation. Their badges were suspended pending a full review, and the entire department came under federal scrutiny. After the case concluded, the director addressed the courtroom. "Justice must never depend on skin color, wealth, or social status. The law must serve everyone equally, because when officers forget this, they don't just fail their duty, they betray the very foundation of justice." The room stood in silence, absorbing his words. Some even clapped quietly as he walked out, leaving behind a powerful reminder that respect should be given to all, not just those with titles or positions. The story of the laughing cops and the FBI director spread across the nation, sparking conversations about accountability, racism, and justice. Those officers lost their positions, but the message lived on. Never judge a person by their appearance, because the man you laugh at today might just be the person who holds the power to change your tomorrow.